This way.
Just as it should be.
This job better be worth it.
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Nice place, this. Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
More deadly than getting comfortable.
Quite the predicament.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen, perchance? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke of you, you see. 'Tis through him I hear much of the gossip going around town. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. He's been sent out on a mission, and I can't say when he'll return. 'Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ildua's resting place. I worry for him. I do hope he'll fare all right.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
I brought more than I know how to spend. I'd soon. Stay out of battles where it possible.
Here for my liking.
Let me get that.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Where are you off to? Well met, Sir Grant.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
My supper is getting to be... Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Not sure how much...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir.
I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
All is
What teachings myself? The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey. You can't help the great power. You know
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
my path is sure to be the want of evil. Wickedness has no hope in the truth.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Our prayers do not. What hope have
I don't know what.
Boy, keep your distance.
Your What should I do? What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers there ever were.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
Hoi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? They're hard to find, aren't they?
If our prayers are not heeded. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual...
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
'Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. My prayers will surely be rewarded for me.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
Come to think of it, we might already have what we seek stored away.
'Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity.
I wonder what rumors the morrow has in store.
Oh, my joints have been aching so.
Well met! This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
Might not seem like much, but it tastes...
You don't need a permit to get in. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But it's easy enough. I should know.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Suppose you're all right.
Must hold out till someone comes to relieve me.
There's ought to be said. Peace.
Welcome.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell. You know where to find me.
I expect this ore will suffice for the silver stone Miss Daphne requested. Let us deliver it to her now. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all. Vernworth, you know where to find me.
Would you mind coming over here?
Time to be heading.
You have many customers with a decent coin of late.
I fancy a kip, but not at the expense of my duty. In it now. It's getting cold. I can't go on like this.
We're here, Master.
Beast I am. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Ryza.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Indeed.
Oh, it's so shiny.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
True enough.
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of...
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was...
This year's crops aren't faring so well.
A bit much for me. I best head home. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Must have taken a wrong
Sets
turn.
my thoughts down dark
Drag my
paths
ass
of
out of
space.
bed.
I don't feel safe here.
Life's been pretty kind to me. Anything can be learned here. Wished it were always night. I only had to sleep.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
I know so little of this world. Only I strive to know the unknowable.
The other day, now, that's not so strange, and rightly so. As it turned out to be a young, gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as...
Got to face it. No one's coming to my rescue.
Any loot happening? I ought to be getting home. Life's been pretty kind to me.
he was hoping to find something shiny among the rubble.
This year's crops aren't faring so well. Now this is a conundrum.
I sleep on my woe. Who's there?
Bed calls. Shan't resist.
How did I end up in this miserable place?
Always gotta be in the thick of things, me.
Has anyone got coin to spend? I don't feel safe here.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
Sets my foot down dark paths, this place.
I must be quick. I used to have a full bed. I feel no different, and this place gives me an ill feeling. What about this place makes me nervous?
Always gotta be in the thick of things, me.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. But I wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no.
Shall we report our results? Vaults, eh? Let us inform Sir Kendrick of what we've learned.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
What? Oh! 'Twas but a trick of the light.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret.
Truly, Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind.
I quite agree.
Over here!
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
True enough. Prepare to engage. Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Sets my thoughts.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Well, have you found some place? Oh, to think such a place exists. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me...
Tis good to be reunited. This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use.
Seen better days.
Perfect spot for a kid.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay. I'll gladly stay a while. If anyone on that stay here a bit.
You're always good for a laugh.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders. Time I attended to the day's work.
You! I'm in no hurry to leave. Sometimes I wonder if I'm tired. When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Let me aid you if 'tis within my power.
I'll trade for this. Got a crack up your skull if you want to be topped off.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I return safe and sound.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Pray, take this.
Now to report to Captain Brandt. Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
True enough.
You! How might I be of service? Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain, yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
I don't know about you, Master, but word of a curious village does more to spark my interest than deter it.
Look, as long as you please.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the... hour. Much obliged. Me, but I... Certainly there is one.
Somehow my feet always
This town must have needs.
There are few places.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like. Pray, light your lantern, Master.
You'll not live to regret this. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Might I interest you in my humble way?
Much obliged, sir.
A night-bound forest is fearsome indeed.
We shall have to be all the more wary till sunup casts a shadow to the east. Well done. When their skulls smash beyond repair. Allow me. This foe shall fall by my hand.
Ryza, you are full of surprise. You fought all my outposts and spent weeks.
Now that is a surprise. Both worthy of caution, nor save our best will do. Understood.
An exemplary performance.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
You want to take a closer look?
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I shall see it. The arisen turns blue with cold.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Am I the first to notice with...
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
You!
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
You'll not live to...
I shan't let them harm you.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to go in our favour.
Let's not let down our guard.
My thanks. Take it before it burns a hole in me pocket.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labours.
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
I cannot fault you, fellas.
Perhaps you'd like to thank her in the remainder.
Splendid.
Once, Master.
I shan't allow any further harm to come. Attack now, while the other sticks with a favourite prey. Do hurry. Bear in mind that you will outwit with unwavering diligence. Such single-mindedness makes our aim predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
You'll not live to regret this.
was superb, Arisen.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
We've got choppers!
Fire is effective against this foe.
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Words worth hearing.
Hang in there, Master! I'm coming to assist! Now then, which way?
Let us examine each path carefully before we decide.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
All that obscure advice, only to depart with nary a word of explanation.
You'd best go elsewhere. There's no business to be had here. That's...
The villagers' stares are sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
This is the end course. Nothing's free in this world.
Do stop by again.
I'm not interested.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
I suppose I could indulge you.
Let me get that.
I suppose I could indulge you.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care.
I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Not a foe in sight.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops, I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
I'm not interested. Don't bring trouble to my door, you hear? I'm not interested.
Here to ask aught of me, are you? Here to ask aught of me, are you?
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are. Well met, sir.
Well met, sir. How might I do it, sir?
Got something for me?
This is the head course.
Nothing's free in this world.
We must rest. Though the sun is...
Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Verm. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? As you like.
This is the end course. Nothing's free in this world. Twould benefit us all if the roads were safer.
Glad to be of service, sir.
Scared the life out of me.
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't... Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
True enough.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, we shall wait here till your business is done.
What brings you here? Aught you need of me?
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Come on, ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, but he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show.
It's been a hard day. What brings you here?
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
So this is where you...
I suppose I could indulge you.
A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. Huzzah! We must inform Captain Brandt at once. Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
Aye. Take care then.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, now it all becomes clear. Methinks I have a better understanding of the structure of this location.
A worthy accomplishment.
This shall be another landmark of our adventure.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Where are the archers' volleys? Their arrows can pierce us from beyond our line of sight.
We must remain vigilant.
I shan't let them harm you. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
One of us has been drenched.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go, then.
Ready to forge on?
We've little need for a campsite at present.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises.
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us all to views.
Shall we search for a path to lead us to it?
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Traveling beyond the rift, I came upon a cave whose secrets you have yet to discover. 'Tis nearby. Shall I lead the way? I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim don't waste it.
Drop all your valuables, and I might just let you live.
You truly are formidable, Arisen. It was a glorious success.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. A common reward.
I shan't let them harm you.
I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes.
No challenge is beyond our combined might.
True enough.
Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
Understood.
It's not what I expected. Let me get that. Ah, now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine. We would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
Slimes? Oh, this will put me off my dinner.
Ice attacks work wonders against their ill. The Arisen has been drenched.
How cruel. Stop that! I've never heard such nonsense.
Put your back into it.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Slit your bleeding throat! There's more where they came from!
I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like.
fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Really now?
Welcome as fine ale.
As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
The decision of which task to prioritize is the Arisen's to make.
Precious little time.
Dreams are free.
Might head to my point smell good if you work yourself to a damn growl.
You!
Follow me. We've come all this way, only to find ourselves unawaited. Perhaps our timing was awry.
The current hour ill suits. Welcome to the Star Tropic. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back anytime.
Ah, there we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. It seems Magistrate Wardor mayhap would be prudent. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite a clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid as...
So the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deeza's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent...
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Onward to Vernworth Castle.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fire.
You!
To tie my boots.
You!
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
What to make of this?
It's too early for dinner.
Shall we get some rest then?
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well. It strikes me that we have not visited Melv for some time. Shall we stop by and see how its people fare of late? Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
And nary a coin to show for it. Hasn't anyone got coin to spend?
thought's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
What should I do?
I know. It's a secret, right? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone about the old man either.
I don't know what to do.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But Parts don't run so late. A night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
What should I do? I don't know what to do.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be.
My head hurts just thinking about it. In a sense, I wouldn't be here.
What's your business with me, Cos?
I'll collect that. You needn't...